Good evening, Noswaith Dda, and welcome to this GDS Reform engagement event. And I'm really pleased that we have 3 of these events running over consecutive days to ensure that we have the opportunity to engage with as many of you as possible. Just in terms of introductions, for those who don't know me, I'm Alex Slade. I'm the Director of Primary Care and Mental Health for the Welsh Government. And so within that portfolio, that includes dentistry and oral health as part of the primary care division. And it's a real pleasure for me to be able to kick these events off and take the opportunity to reflect positively on where we were, where we are, and where we are heading. So primary care reform is a large programme of work spanning the 4 contractor areas, and this change programme isn't unique to dentistry and forms one of the important priorities for the government in alignment with the programme for government commitments. And the programme of reform helps draw together common themes such that we look at services as a whole and identify opportunities for integration and for better patient outcomes. And those themes that we look at are access, working at scale, prevention, and importantly, the workforce. So dental contract reform is an enabler, and the contract changes are just part of the wider picture around reform, but nonetheless important. And it's equally important that we get this right, and we're committed to working with the profession to produce a fair system of remuneration that also delivers better outcomes and quality for patients. I'm really pleased, as is the Minister, with take-up for the first year of contract variation, and I recognise that change is never easy. So I'd like to put on the record my thanks and appreciation for everyone's ongoing engagement and the trust that they hold with the system. It's probably worth me taking this opportunity to mention the importance which the Minister places on the dentistry agenda. And given the strong focus from the Minister, dentistry now features in the Health Board Chair's performance objectives, for which the Minister holds them personally to account. And there are also new reporting features in the planning framework for dentistry. And some of you will be aware that there were IMTPs that were not approved last year due to a failure to demonstrate robust plans for dentistry. So this is a really focal area for the Minister, drawn out specifically from what is a large ministerial portfolio. For me, one of the most important parts to getting dental contract reform right is that we've listened. And today's session is about playing back to you what you've said in the July events and how we'll be using that feedback to shape the volume metrics for next year. So there are 3 aims for these events. Sharing feedback of clinicians' experiences of the current dental reform programme, outlining the future direction of the reform programme and proposed modifications from the current action learning year, and finally demonstrating the application of the principles of care in clinical practice. So looking ahead to next year, which will be the 2nd year of contract variation, we take another step in the right direction. And taking the 2 years has given us the time to engage, it's given us the time to listen, and helps us to collectively design a new contract which is better informed and based around evidence. So thank you for your engagement so far, and specifically time today. I hope you find this event valuable, and as always, we remain keen to hear from you from as many as you as possible, such that we co-produce dental contract reform and deliver the required changes for clinicians and patients. Diolch, thank you, and I trust you'll enjoy this GDS reform engagement event.